So feeling like you're not enough, the only reason why you may feel like you're not enough, or that you're not doing enough, or that you're not as knowledgeable in a certain area, even if it may be true that you might not be as knowledgeable or have as much as the next person, ultimately where this comes from is comparison, which we are going to all fall victim to because we are all humans. So to fix this, it's about changing the way you see things. So the reason that you may start to grow resentment because you feel like you're not enough is because you feel like you're separate from which it is that you are viewing as more. You feel like they have it or it has it and you don't. And so this is where oneness can help you out in that situation. Oneness helps you remember that there's nothing outside of you. Everything that you see that has something, or if you see a person that has more knowledge or that you feel has more money or has more whatever it is than you, understand that that person is really just an extension of you, which means you have the capabilities to do the same. And it helps for you to see that person as an extension of you instead of separate from you. So then you can actually open yourself up to learning what it is that you need to learn for your own individual identity to get to where it is that you want to be at. Because if you feel like you're not enough, it's because it's something your spirit inside of you is telling you that you can be doing more, but you won't do more if you feel resentment, right? Because if you feel resentment, you just gonna want to push it away. Like, nah, fuck all that. Like, yeah, that person got more, but I don't care. You know, that person might have more knowledge in a certain area, but I don't care. But that's the wrong way to go about it. What you really want to do is open yourself up to being able to learn from everything. Because if you're able to learn from it, then you're able to get it yourself, right? If you don't have knowledge in certain areas and you feel like other people got more knowledge in that area than you, and you start to grow resentment of it because you want to be the one with the knowledge, right? It doesn't really help you to have that resentment because you just won't gain the knowledge. You can learn from everybody around you. So if you have resentment towards a person or resentment towards that feeling of feeling like not enough, you won't do what it takes to level yourself up, because all it is us leveling ourselves up, just learning more, gaining more. That's not all what life is about, right? But that is a part of life, is growing, maturing, leveling up. So it helps for you to embody oneness within this. So anything that you see, any person that you see that you feel like has more, right? Which might, in comparison, might make you feel like you don't have enough. I want you to just change your mind from separation between the two, like that is that and I am me, to we are the same. So the only thing different about whatever that person that you're seeing is that they just did the things to get whatever it is that they acquired. Like they read the books, they dove into the knowledge, did the work to get the business and everything like that. So you should really want to open your eyes up to being able to learn from that person, because you're not separate from that person. Y'all are within the same, right? Oneness. We are all the same. So that person is just another extension of you, which means all of the knowledge that that person has, everything that that person has, you can have the same, right? But you won't let yourself be able to have it if you're resentful of it. Because when you're resentful, you like close up like this. You don't allow yourself to be open so you can expand and reach the new levels that you wanted to reach. Because if you're feeling like you're not enough, that's really your spirit, your soul telling you that you can't, that it's trying to expand. It's because it's the potential within you, potential within all of us. So if it's a certain area that you feel like, dang, I'll just never be like that. Like, man, why that person got it all and I don't? Or, you really got to change that thinking around to understanding that you can have it. Like that person doesn't really have anything that you don't have. It's just of what you're paying attention to. If a person has more knowledge than you in a certain area that you also like to perceive yourself as having more knowledge in, but you might come across a person that has even more knowledge, right? Or you might think that you are the person that has all of the money around you. You come across a person that has even more money or is doing even more. You might start to go resentment for that, but like the resentment won't help you is what I'm saying. Resentment towards that won't help you. So the best thing for you to do is open yourself up, right? Open yourself up to oneness and understanding that you and that person are within the same. That person is you. So within that, now you're not comparing yourself, and instead you can actually see, oh, this person just knows more than me because they did certain things that I did not do. So what can I learn from this person so I can also have the same knowledge? Right? Because when you're comparing yourself, you're just saying, I want what that person has. And that's fine. But it's the way that you go about it that's going to actually help you to get it. Because if you see it as a form of separation and comparison, you're going to be in competition with that person. Right? And, there's a certain level of healthy competition, which is fine. But you should want to see things from a lens of oneness, as in we are all the same. We all come from the same thing. We are all basically God. We are all the universe, essentially, being incarnated into human forms in just different ways, right? But we are all from the same source. We are all from the same knowledge. We all have the same makeup within us, from the lower dimensions to the higher dimensions. We are all the same makeup, which means that there's nothing that person has that you don't have. It's just of what you are deciding to put your time into or learn more about within this, within your particular identity that you living through right now. This helps you to open yourself up to being able to learn, because if you being resentful because of comparison, you won't learn. So that means you won't grow. You only comparing yourself and feeling like you're not enough because your spirit sees room to grow. Right? Which is fine. But open yourself up to being able to learn from the people or learn from the things that are more than you. Right? Technically more than you. Not really more than you, because we are all the same thing. However, if you want more growth in that particular area for your life, your own individual life that you're going through right now, you have to open yourself up to oneness. You can't operate out of resentment if you want to grow, which means everything around you is for your highest good. That person that you see that has more than you, that is making you feel more resentment, like, dang, that is for your highest good. Because if you open yourself up to oneness, right, you and that person are the same, which means you cannot have resentment towards that person, because to have resentment towards that person, you'll have to have resentment towards yourself, right? Within that, now you can allow yourself to open up and to be able to see that person as a tool for you to help grow more, for a tool for you to learn from, right? Because we want to be able to learn from everything in our lives. We want to be able to learn from everything that is around us. The only way you can do that is by opening yourself up to the idea that everything around you is you. Everything around you is a tool for you in your own individual life. We can't be comparing ourselves out of resentment, because when we do that, we're going to close up. We're going to look at that person as separate from us. And it's like, now we against that. But it doesn't make sense to be against something that is you. Me, I'm big on the spiritual, where I'm big in understanding the spirituality. However, I came across a particular person on YouTube that I feel has more knowledge and uses words and ways of describing things from which I may not feel like I have the same level of knowledge from. So I started to grow a kind of resentment of that. You know what I mean? Like that person doing too much, or they think they so smart. They think they so, you know what I mean? I think they all that. But when you do that, the thing is, that was making me not want to learn from that person. Even though I seen that person has more knowledge, those kind of thoughts is making me stay within a fixed mindset, closed mindset, and not want to learn from that person that I see has more knowledge, more of what it is that I want. Right. And it's not that person is better than me or better than whatever person you have in your mind, whatever things that you've seen. Is not that those things are better than you. Everything here is your tool to grow, is a tool for you to grow. So see it as oneness. That person is the same as you. Whatever knowledge or whatever that other person can acquire, you can do the same more times than not. If the person is a billionaire and pretending to money, that's a whole different story. However, money is not something that I would try to compare too much on, though. Like, just when it comes to money, just get enough for you, keep working at your own level within that. But I would try not to compare money too much. But the knowledge, that's something different. Knowledge, understanding the self, even if it's working on your social skills, social abilities, working on your consistency and things like that. Allow yourselves to be open to learning from other people whenever you see somebody just doing better than you in a certain area. Don't be resentful of it, because truly you want to get better at that area, which is why you may feel some comparison or resentment from it, because you see a person on that level, you're like, okay, how can I get to that level too? That's really what it comes from. Comparison that is fueled by separation is unhealthy, but comparison that is fueled by oneness, that is healthy. That is the way you want to go about it. We're all here on a journey together. Basically, we're all here learning together. We're all here doing together. We are co-creating in this world all together. So there's really no separation of knowledge, separation of resources. If you got something out of this, leave a like. Wish you more peace and love, and see you in the next one.